What's up, guys? We are back with another episode talking about what? Self care, self love, self awareness, self worth, all of those things. Anything that has to do with you. Okay, you can go everywhere else and talk about whatever it is that you want to talk about, but over here, we're talking about you. We're talking about elevating you. Okay, and I don't see no problem with it. Hopefully, you don't either. But, anyways, so today's topic, we're basically talking about the zodiac signs. And when I tell you I've been doing my little research about these zodiac signs, it's all starting to make sense. I feel like once you understand what your sign is, what other people's signs around you are, it allows you to really get to know people on another level. Not judging, not saying that everybody fits in this category or that category and everybody's the same because we're not. We're all completely different. But we do have similarities. So that's what we're going to be diving in today. We're going to be talking about these zodiac signs. Self care, love, what you can do to better help yourself and your zodiac sign. Okay? Let's get straight into it. I probably don't say this enough, but if you haven't noticed by now, or if I haven't said it, yes, I'm a Capricorn. The goat, you know what I mean? Let me just give y'all the list of the goats. We got Muhammad Ali, we got LeBron James, okay? We got Aaliyah. We got so many dope Capricorns out here. Denzel Washington, and the list goes on. Jim Carrey. But Capricorns are for real to go. And I want to say that I think that Capricorns go through the most in life and have to really persevere, and really we're supposed to be here on this earth to show our journey for other people, not to mess up and to, believe in themselves. What's your sign?
Pisces.
You're Pisces. Let's look up what Pisces can do for self-care, self-love, and self-awareness. How do you feel about being a Pisces?
Well, I'm not really into the zodiac signs, but I think we get the most hate.
Ooh, really?
Yeah,
I don't think so.
I believe so.
Nah. Why do you believe that?
When people ask me what my zodiac sign is, they usually go, oh, it's kind of
Dang.
intimidating.
They do you like that?
Yeah,
It's crazy.
you have.
I have.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you have.
I feel a certain way about Pisces, but I don't feel like I don't talk down on them. You know what I'm saying? Like, I like Pisces. Y'all are cool in y'all own lane. Just a little hard headed sometimes and don't really take into consideration other people's feelings sometimes. Now, you personally, I know that you as a person, you do like helping people. I Pisces, February 19th to March 20th. So for self-care, what you guys can do is engage in creative or spiritual practices like painting, music, or meditation, and spending time near the water to be especially soothing for you and to calm you and your nerves and, being on the edge and all of that. Some self-love things that you can do is embrace your compassion. Like I said, you're very compassionate. You have a really compassionate intuition and deep empathy for others, especially like your siblings. Like I noticed that, and then other people around. Like you really love to help people, and that's what I do like about Pisces. They're always looking out for people. Your self-awareness. You can watch for escapism or over idolizing situations. Practice staying present and grounded in reality. I think that's probably where people give you that side eye. They don't think that you are in reality. They think that you live in this fairy tale world. All right, let's go on to our next one. So Aries, my experience with Aries are pretty. Um, I pretty much met like three Aries that I really know. No, actually four now that I think about it, and all of them seem to be very structured. Um, very. I'm not gonna say open minded, but they like to listen to what other people say. You know what I mean? They're gonna do whatever they want, but they do like listen to what people have to say. So for my Aries out there, shout out to y'all for knowing what you want. And I believe that you guys are grounded. Here's some things that you can do for your self-care, self-awareness, and self-love. So for self-love, you want to celebrate your independence and your achievements. I don't think you guys do that enough. To be honest, I see you guys always accomplishing so many things, but in life, I don't feel like you give yourself enough credit as you should. So that's one thing I really want you guys to go ahead and focus on. Celebrate that independence. Take pride in your courage and leadership qualities because you guys literally are innovators. You create some things, and it might seem like it's a lot or nobody's watching you at the time, but they're watching, and then they're going to come back and pretty much call you like the Godfather, like, you did this, you gave me this opportunity because nobody else would. That's what Aries do. They show up for people. They also show up for themselves. For your self care, you want to engage in physical activities like running, martial arts, intense workout like HIIT, something that's really going to get your adrenaline pumping. I don't know what the sign is for Aries, but I feel like it's a ram. That's what it is. It's a ram. So you guys are kind of like bullheaded, and you know how it is when you have that mindset where you see something you got your eye on and you got to go for it. Like, we love that about you. So keep that in mind. For your self awareness, practice some patience and mindfulness. Sometimes you guys can be impulsive, and learning to pause and reflect will really help you to navigate in life. And I feel like you guys, you got it. Just continue to focus on those types of things so that when you feel a little on the edge, you can really learn how to level yourself out. All right, Gemini. Whoo. Geminis. There is nothing that you can do or say to a Gemini to make them do anything. They're going to always do what they want to do. You got to know that. So, little disclaimer, Geminis, I'm not telling you what to do. I'm not telling anybody what to do. I'm just suggesting. That maybe you think about these things, okay, so that you can help keep yourself grounded. All right? Just listen real quick. We know you guys got a little two sides, maybe three or four. But here's what Geminis can do. For your self awareness, you can practice being fully present and in the moment. Geminis can scatter their energy, so cultivating focus is key to deeper awareness. Self love, you guys can embrace your curiosity and adaptability. Be adaptable. You guys talk about this stuff all the time. I can move here, I can do that. You'll say that you want to show up somewhere and then you don't show up. And it's just like you seem like you're selfish, but we know that you guys have like a really big heart. So, one thing that I would like for you guys to consider is being present in the moment, not just for yourself, but for other people as well. You sometimes take the attention off of other people and bring it to you, which is not a problem because that's who you are. But you have to understand that you're not always the main character in somebody else's book. You show up for you and show up for yourself, but when you're showing up for others, you have to allow them to take up that space in that room. Does that make sense? I hope so. You know what I mean, Gemini. Self care. You guys can engage your mind with new books, puzzles, stimulating conversations. We know Gemini's love to have stimulating conversations. Who do we know that's a Gemini? Straight off top, Kanye, the greatest. He is the greatest, but you see his lifeline. See where Kanye started. See where Kanye was 5 to 10 years ago. See where Kanye is now. Totally different, evolved Kanye. Very evolved. Very different. We've seen multiple sides of him. He just is who he is. And we know that the people closest to him sometimes might be like, oh, he's not really that, or he's really cool. But, I mean, he has his ways. We all have our ways. But again, Geminis, if you're going to come in the space where other people are and the spotlight is on them, do your thing. But you have to make sure that you allow other people to be who they are without taking away from them, showing up for them as well. Moving on, we're going to go to Taurus. Taurus is April 20th to May 20th. Now, some things that Taurus love to do that I know of is eat and sleep. So that's all I got for y'all. Y'all can go and dive into your self-care. No, I'm kidding. But some things that you guys can do for your self-care is indulge in sensory pleasures like massages, good food, as I said before, and spending time in nature. Because you guys are an earth sign, we like to stay grounded, just like Capricorns and Virgos. Gotta stay grounded. So, something that you can do if you aren't already doing it, go get your favorite food, take yourself out. That's your self care. Go get grounded in nature, go outside and be outside and just enjoy. Like, for real, just enjoy. Cancers. Whew. Cancers are known to be a little crybabies sometimes. I love you guys, but we all know that if it's not your way, it's the what? Phew, the highway. And that's a fact. Not gonna sugarcoat anything. That's who you are. That it is what it is. If people can't understand that, you know, it's not for you. Period. But if you have a cancer in your life, or you know a cancer, or you are a cancer person, here's some things that you can do to help keep yourself centered and grounded. Self love things that you can do is honor your sensitivity and your deep capacity for care and empathy, because you do have that care for other people, just like we all do. Yours is more based on the people that's around you. Like, you really love the people that's around you. So even though you love the people that's around you, you want to help those people, everything that you tell someone is not going to always work for them. So sometimes that means that it's not for other people, it's for you. Because we can have some really great ideas, and if we're not implementing it in our lives, nobody else is going to accept it. It's really tapping into your sensitive side and understanding it for the most part, because it's very powerful. It really is. You can change so much. You have so much love to give, but sometimes you guys can get overstimulated and get very, very emotional. It's just like, it doesn't have to be this way. So just chill out. Something that you can do to help your self awareness is acknowledge. Acknowledge when you're holding on to past hurts. That's another thing. You guys hold grudges like a motherfucker. Let it go. Let it go. Okay? Got to get over. There's nothing that you can do about it. You are not in that moment. Don't keep bringing it back up, because who are you hurting? Yourself. You're only hurting yourself. And it don't have to be like that. Okay, Cancers? I love y'all. Virgos. Ooh, I love my Virgos. What Virgos do we know? We know Beyonce. Kobe Bryant is a Virgo. So let's just keep Kobe and Beyonce there. So we got Kobe, we got Beyonce, both top tier people. Okay? You see that when they wanted something, they went and got it. They worked for it. They made people believe in them, because why? They believed in themselves. And that's something that I love about you, Virgos. You guys believe in yourself, and that makes people draw to you. It makes them want to know who you are. How can they support you? How can I be like you? How can I just watch you? That's really what it is. A lot of people just like to watch Virgos, and that's cool. So if you're feeling like, you know what, you're overwhelmed with the world constantly, all eyes on you, and you want to just center yourself and just be more grounded, organize your space or engage in routines that make you feel grounded and protected. For self love, you can appreciate your attention to detail and ability to improve situations. Always. You always improve situations. Literally. You could be in any messed up situation and you can look at it and be like, you know what? I see where I messed up and I see what I want to change. That's one thing that I love about you guys. You take accountability very well. You remind yourself of who you are. That's strong. A lot of people cannot do that. But the fact that you can just shows what your superpower is already, amongst others, of course. Self awareness, watch for perfectionism or being overly critical. Again, you love so hard, you got all eyes watching on you all the time. Take some time out for yourself and just pull back and not try to do everything so strategic. Like, we want to be strategic, we want to plan, we want to have everything lined up for us, but we don't want to push perfection, because that won't allow the creativity to really speak to the people that it needs to speak to. Leos. Love my Leos. Okay, I had two brothers that was Leos. One of them is still living, but my younger brother, oh my God, he used to irritate my soul. I love this man, but he used to irritate my soul. And I never realized what it was. It was because he was a Leo. They just like messing with you. They really do. They get a kick out of messing with people. I don't know what it is, but that boy right there can really get up under your skin, over your skin, and all through it. Like for real. But we love Leos. Leos have big hearts. They also can see a different side of you that you might not see. And that's the part that I believe that irritates people sometimes because they're like pushing and pushing and pushing. Like, oh, you say you good? Okay, let me challenge you. Show me that you good. Show me you the one. Friendly little challenge. Didn't realize that when I was younger, you know what I mean? Dealing with my brother, didn't realize that. But as an adult, I understand what it was and how it worked, and it did work. He always used to be like, oh, I can sing better than you. Like, boy, you can't sing better than me. I'm finna hit these high notes. And he go practice the same high notes that I'm hitting to try to push me, to make me mad. It's like, oh my God, it's working. He's so annoying. Get him out of here. So we would fight all the time, literally all the time, all the time. But again, understanding that Leos have the biggest heart and they just want the best for you, it's going to be like that. So, Leos, when you done messing with people's heads and fiddling with their emotions, take some time out for yourself. Here's some self care, self awareness, things that you can do to keep you grounded. So, for self love, celebrate your confidence and generosity. Treat yourself like royalty and let your inner light shine. For self awareness, stay mindful of your ego. You got a big ego. Leos thrive on attention, but practicing humility will help maintain a balanced perspective. Engage in activities that allow you to express yourself creatively, like performing arts or even dressing up. We know Leos like to shine, they like that attention, and they like to push people's buttons. Leos, we love you, but can you just turn it down just a little bit sometimes? Just a little bit. I know you're doing it with love. I love you. Libras. Okay, now we're in Libra season right here. So I gotta speak very highly of the Libras or they might try to come for me. I'ma still stand my ground with both my 2 feet and all my 10 toes. So when I say this, Libra, just know that I come with love. I give you the love that you deserve because you deserve it. Some things that you can do. For self care, surround yourself with beauty, whether through art, fashion, or a well decorated space, like decorating your walls for your office, your home. We know that you guys love to do this. So, this is not something that I'm telling you that you don't already know. Okay. But when you do feel like nothing is working, get back into it. Get back into it. Go add something else to your space to make you feel good. For your self love, we want to celebrate you and be in nature and your ability to create harmony in your relationships because that's one thing that you guys do. You have an ability to really bring people around and get everybody on the same page. You'll have a room full of people and you've talked to each one of them individually and you're like, this is what you do, this is what you do. I got this person over here that you can mess with, I got that person over there that you can connect with, and you let everybody do their thing and you go sit back like the big dog that you are. We appreciate you for that. But sometimes you don't look out for yourself, and that's why this is very important. So, what you want to do for others, I feel like you guys should do those things for yourself. Okay? Put yourself in those positions to get those accolades, to get those opportunities. And then the people that are around you, when they're around at the right time, they're around at the right time. But right now, I feel like you guys focus on you. Like, y'all really coming up out of, how can I say this? A drought. Like, you've been going and going. Yeah, you got motion. But at the same time, you've been bringing the wrong people with you. And when you bring the wrong people with you, what happens? They mess things up. They get to talking and telling you what to do. Now, it's okay for people to advise you. But at the same time, you don't want people in your circle that don't believe in you. If they don't believe in you, then you're going to start to feel that. You're going to start to believe that. You're going to start acting like that. You might still have motion, but little parts of that will start to creep into your daily creativity, and you don't want that. So take a look at the people that's around you and cut them motherfuckers off. Period. Sagittarius. I've had my experiences with Sagittarius, men and women. And again, I love all of you guys. But there's some of you that's just like, you just think you know it all. Think you know it all. And you probably do know a lot, but you don't know it all. I want to just say this with love. We mess with you. I mess with you because you see the bigger picture. You're going to go the scenic route, and you're going to make sure that you're being strategic with what it is that you're trying to accomplish. So however long it takes you to get there, you're going to do that. But some things that I believe that you guys can do to really help yourself would be these right here. Travel. If you're not already doing it, which most Sagittarius love to travel, travel. Anytime you're feeling like you're down, that's your self care. Pick yourself up, book yourself that flight. Even if you got to go by yourself, you have a big heart where whatever city you touch down in, you can meet people and hang out with them and still go home and be cool. Like you are the life of the party and in the background at the same time. You can move like that. Okay? For your self love, honor your optimism and adventurousness and your thirst for knowledge. You guys are so smart, like I said. You don't know everything, but you do know a lot. And that's what we love and what we can take from, all of the zodiac signs. Everybody has what they're good at. You know what I mean? And you Sagittarius is very knowledgeable. We love that about you. We love that you put that out there for people to see and to get them to think a little different. Moving on to our Scorpios. Oh my God. Dive deep into transforming and your activities like therapy. It's a lot of y'all that really do need to go and sit in somebody's room and just let them just, help you to unpack a lot of things. I'm not saying that there's something wrong with you guys, but there is a lot of unpacking that I notice majority of the Scorpios that I meet need for their lives. Some self-care things that you can do really just to hone in on your emotions and how you feel and just standing firm on what it is that you want. Some things you can do for your self-awareness: be mindful of your tendency to hold grudges. Now, I've met some Scorpios that like to talk a lot. They talk about people. And it's like, yeah, you might not be cool with this person or you moved on from that situation, but the fact that you keep bringing it up and it constantly keeps happening in conversations, let people know that you're not over it. So to completely honestly be over certain things, you have to stop giving it energy and attention. That's what I want you guys to take from this. Stop giving the energy and attention to past situations with people because they don't deserve your energy at all. For your self love, embrace your passion, your intensity, and your emotional depth. Appreciate your strength in handling life's challenges. That's what Scorpios do. Y'all show up like, I got this. Nothing can get in your way. But you also can stop showing up to places where things can get in your way. Message. Capricorns. We'll talk about the Capricorns real quick. So for Capricorns, for myself, the things that I can do for me and the things that you can do as a Capricorn. Set realistic goals for your self-care, such as scheduling time for rest and relaxation. When I first started doing this for me, people were looking at me crazy like, you set time to take a nap? And I'm like, yeah, because that's important to me. That's how I can recharge. Like, it was hard not getting up this morning, but when I went to go lay down and get some rest because of how early I got up and really didn't need to do too much until hours later, it was hard for me to try to get back up that second time. So for me, my self care would be not scheduling that nap until I've done everything that I need to do. And I got like a really big break for myself. That's what I'm going to do. I don't want to overindulge in certain things just because it's like, oh, it's self care. And that's why I say, like, they have to be realistic. Don't get up and then go lay back down, like, feeling accomplished. No, you got to get out here and go do what you got to do. Once everything is done, now you can reward yourself with that nap. Now let's be realistic and say, okay, I can go and enjoy this food and enjoy my me time and things like that. For self love, we want to appreciate the discipline and ambition and the resilience that we have because, baby, we got it. Like I said in the beginning, I feel like Capricorns have been through the most in their life. It might be a proven fact that we have been through the most. And a lot of people don't come out of that. They consider drugs and alcohol and, bad tendencies and things like that. And we just let that consume us, and they never come out of it. When I started to see that for myself, I was allowing myself to see it from a different point of view and say, I don't want this for myself. I don't like the way that looked. I don't like the way that I feel. I'm about to change everything right now. And I just started changing. I started loving myself more. I started giving myself more grace. I stopped trying to do everything so perfect or believing that I got to keep going over it and looking for something bad. Like, I know I'm missing something. No, whatever it is that you do, put it out there with confidence. That's what I need for my Capricorns to understand. Put your stuff out there with confidence and move on to the next thing. Life is so simple. We do not have to make it hard. Okay? We can always make it better, but you can't see that there is something that can be done better until you put that thing out. So, whatever it is that you're working on, work on it, put it out. Your plan is going to show you if you're ready for it. You might not feel like you're ready because you might not have the right camera, you know what I mean, or the right people around you and all of those things. We can be very critical to ourselves as Capricorns. But just know that if you have your plan in order and everything's checked off, do what you got to do with it. Put it out there and move on to the next. While they're talking about that, you're going to be on to the next one. Checking another bag, checking another bag, and checking another bag. So for my Cappies out there, don't overanalyze anything, okay? Period. Aquarius. I love Aquariuses. I cannot seem to not have an Aquarius in my life. It's crazy. You guys are super dope. I feel like, actually, I think you guys are the best zodiac sign. I'm not really sure. Somebody fact check that for me. But I think you guys are the best zodiac sign. And I say this because you have such a creative mind. You're constantly reinventing yourself, and people look up to you guys. They love what you're doing. You're loved by so many people. You just create so many different opportunities for yourself and for the people that surround you. But you don't take care of you enough. You don't get enough sleep. You don't give yourself enough credit for what you've already done. I see that a lot with my Aquariuses. Um, and we need you guys to take care of yourself. Like, in order to be your better version of you, you have to take care of you first. Don't think that everything falls on you. Everything falls on everyone. We all have to take care of our own shit. But as Aquariuses, there are people here that honestly want to help you out in your journey. There's certain things that you have to do by yourself, and there's certain things that you will need other people to do. So allow those people into your life. Here's some things that'll help you to stay grounded. You want to celebrate your individuality, your innovation, and your humanitarian spirit. For self-awareness, stay grounded in your emotions. We know you guys don't know what the hell that means. But if you ever find out, just know that it's okay to be with your emotions. Be one with them. Be one with your emotions, Aquarius, okay? It's a great thing. It's not a bad thing. Trust me. You'll grow there. All right? All right. For your self-care, you guys can engage in activities that stimulate your mind. A lot of you guys do like politics. I think it's very tricky, to really talk about politics. It can get very sensitive, but if that's how you feel, that's how you feel. Go change the world. We right here with you. We support you, Aquarius. We love you. The last thing that I want to say when it comes to these zodiac signs, again, this is not to badger anybody. This is not to come down on anyone. This is not to say that you aren't already doing these things. This is just suggestions on what you can do for your zodiac sign to really help you to be more balanced. I love you guys. Until the next time, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. All right? That's what I have for you guys for all of the zodiac signs. I love you. Bye.